Rainy day in Philadelphia. What's poppin', people? It's Dante, getting my morning started here in the Centennial Arboretum. Rainy day. Check it out. It's beautiful. Today's thought is about the best photos are the ones that remind you that we are bound by gravity. What does that mean? So we are flesh creatures. We cut, we bleed, we feel sorrow, pain, and greed. We lust for the flesh of others, and we are imperfect with our design. And that imperfection I find to be beautiful. The fact that we have a timeline, we have an expiration date, and that we will and must die. And so when I think about that notion of being this flesh creature with bones and blood and a heart that cuts and will die, I think about this fact that when you're photographing life, maybe it's best to remind ourselves that we are finite. Maybe it's best to remind the viewer of the photograph that they too will die, which may sound morbid and morose, but it actually is beautiful and uplifting to the spirit. For I find that when I remind myself of this very fact, it fuels me with this love and zest and enthusiasm for life itself, where I recognize health being our ultimate sign of wealth and championing the everyday mundane existence of our lives and those moments that otherwise go unnoticed, those moments that remind us that we are imperfect, of anger, frustration, sorrow, and grief. I think that the photographs that showcase all of the human complexities, whether it's ups and downs, happiness, smiles, or frowns, there's something about photographing the complexities of life's experiences, reminding us that we're bound by gravity, that I believe are the best photographs that we can make, for that is what it means to be human. And so through the process of snapshotting my way through my everyday life using a compact camera like the Ricoh GR, I got the Ricoh shirt on, it's my favorite shirt. Today is my birthday, I turned 29 years old. And so I remind myself, I'm 1 year older now. I know about this physiological phenomenon called epigenetics, and if I surround myself in this park for the rest of my life and stay fasted all day and eat satiating foods, get good sleep, yeah, I might just make it to 121, surpassing Moses. And so we are here in the park. The leaves have bloomed, the flowers are lush, the rain is falling, and the trees are growing, and they one day will fall and one day will die. You know, a lot of the time I spend my time in the park picking up dead trees. You know, a lot of these trees fall, a lot of the branches break, a lot of the leaves wither, and they wash away and perish. And so I think that through photographing these things, the withering, dying, and decaying items, natural things, or even people, we can we can evoke that philosophy of impermanence in our photography. And so think about how you can evoke the imperfection of life. Think about how you can remind a viewer that's looking at your photographs that they are finite. For I believe that can light a spark in the viewer. I believe that can elevate the spirit of a viewer and help them recognize that they will die. And then through that recognition, through looking at a photograph that takes from life this sort of slice of time, you know, sort of immortalizing that moment, you know, maybe that can motivate or inspire a viewer. Maybe that can remind a viewer to be present. Maybe that can remind a viewer to enjoy the small things in life and to champion their everyday life, no matter how mundane things may seem. And yeah, maybe you can't live forever, but at least you can make a photograph.